And welcome to another episode of the Neverwheres podcast. I'm your host, Tom Brown, joined tonight by my brother, Jack. Jack, we had a nice little afternoon together today. We
Sure.
caught some baseball live in person. We watched the Portland Sea Dogs play the Manchester Chicken Nuggets.
Chicken tenders.
Oh, chicken tenders, you're right. They're full
Yeah.
grown. They're adults.
New Hampshire Fisher Cats to those who don't keep up with the minor league name changes.
I
But yeah,
would never have done that until I looked at the schedule today.
pretty fun.
So I think we have to talk about the big thing that happened today, though, at in terms of this game. We had been talking about this for a while, and our third chair was non-committal for the longest time. And
Oh
then
no, I didn't know where you're taking it, but yeah,
and
this is
then
exactly what we should talk about.
yesterday Dad came over and we were doing something in my doing some plumbing in my house. And then there were a million texts. Tim just decided he was in. And he's fire you guys are firing off texts. I'm late. I don't see him. And he says, "What section? Where should I buy these tickets?" So what does he do this morning? He goes ahead and he buys the tickets.
hmm He sure does.
But he but he buys
What a helpful
seven.
guy. What a helpful guy.
He's such a helpful guy. And here's the deal. He buys seven,
7 tickets.
five for his family, two for you and Johnny. Then I'm like, well, what the hell, man? I got to buy my own tickets. Oh, we couldn't buy more than seven. The reason was he
Sounds
used
like
the
that's
third.
not true, by the way.
Yeah, he used the third party. You turned your camera off. Um,
Yeah, and some gum experiencing technical issues, but go ahead.
okay. It turns out he uses a third party. He pays 45 or $47 a ticket. So
Per
we
ticket
find this out.
to a minor league baseball game. What a
Where one of
helpful
the
person.
teams is the Chicken Tenders.
It's
Actually, today
double A baseball game.
I think today technically they were the Buffalo Tenders. And
Oh, wow. Yeah.
so he says to you while we're working on his house this morning, "Hey,
hmm
Jack, $90 for those tickets." And your jaw almost comes
Yeah.
detached.
I live 10 minutes away from Polar Park, where I have gone dozens of times and paid $9 for myself and $8 for Johnny. And it costs $17 total to go to that game. A triple A game. I saw Chris Sale pitch there for $9.
So it's ridiculous. And now I'm like, okay, I'm glad I'm not a part of this debacle. Then Kate comes out and says, "Hey, did you buy a ticket for Quinn, his 2-year-old?"
hmm
And he goes, "No." Or, "Yes, I did." And she goes, "We don't have to pay for Quinn if he's two." And that just made it even better. And then I get to the game. I walk right up to the gate because these don't sell out. And I say, "Hey, she's 3. So what's the price?" And she goes, "You said she was 2?" And I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Okay, that'll be $41." So
Mm.
Thea and I paid
Even
20 bucks
still
each.
pretty steep.
Yeah, I guess maybe it was because it was at the window. Maybe it's a
Mm.
little different there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Tim just absolute doofus.
I mean, I'll buy 10 tickets to the Worcester Red Sox for $170 and somehow spend less than Tim spent today on
I
seven.
I I don't even know what to say. But I was reflecting on the ride home. I think I caught about 17 pitches. That's the struggle when you go with six kids aged 7 to 2.
I agree, although my son enjoys sitting and watching it, so I watched a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we did have to go. We were a lot of ball hunting, but
hmm
and then a lot of walking around. But yeah, you don't see a lot, which makes me even a little bit more upset that Tim tried to charge me $47 per ticket.
Yeah, I think you got to pay face value, and I'm putting that at 15 per. Send him $30. Don't even cover the cost of your full ticket
That's
because
funny.
he. And also, I was like, yeah, if we went to the official site, we could have paid like $20 and selected 10 in the same section. Luckily, we just picked a section, sat in a row.
Yeah, as you pointed out, they don't sell out, so you can sit wherever you damn well please. And we were all over.
I think they changed the rules of the brew house that we were in because a
Oh
couple
yeah,
years ago, I don't think you were able to just waltz right in and just sit there.
oh yeah. The bartender told me if you have tickets to the game, you can sit down here.
That's that makes you want to go to a 6 o'clock game,
Uh-huh.
7 o'clock game when the sun's not beating down on you and grab one of those left field wall seats. But I bet those days they fill up fast.
I mean, I don't know. Today was a Sunday and it was a beautiful day, and it was a
Yeah, but I'm saying
half-packed stadium.
the direct sun in
Yeah,
those
maybe.
bleacher seats, but that's where it was at. Okay, Jack. That's a fun little recap of our day, but now let's get down to business because your Boston Red Sox have won 9 straight games and finished
Don't look now.
the first half of the season, the like first half head into the All-Star break at 46 and 48, third in the American League East and tied for fourth in the wild card. I was looking at my blue sky and on May 25th, which I believe was Memorial Day, I posted about how everyone's talking how they're 3.5 back. They're not talking about the fact that they have to jump 6 teams. And Jack, in like 2 weeks, they did.
Yeah. Um, Pretty solid baseball they're playing. The thing that annoys me is with all the problems we have with the ownership and the front office, the team is always real likable. Um, and
I would
they're
say a couple years ago when they tried to push Kike on us, it wasn't. I'm going to stand by that.
Yeah, they were in the middle of a playoff run though. He was just the guy who got insanely hot during that run.
Yeah,
Um,
but then the next couple years, this
well,
is
that's why. I mean, that's yeah, of course, that's why he's clutch, Tom. Um, but anywho, why did you ruined my good mood with a Kike Hernandez detour?
thanks.
Anyways, really good team to watch play baseball. Sometimes you'll put on a game and you'll catch that starting nine and go, oh, okay. Um, and you kind of wonder if their 9 game run is a consistent look, or to steal a Tom Brown phrase from the Never Wars podcast during football season, regression to the mean, because
Mm.
I feel like we could come crashing back down to earth offensively. It does work that Wilson Contreras is definitely carrying the team offensively, but everywhere else kind of worries me, like your Anthony Sieglers and your Romy Gonzalez's. I mean, Romy Gonzalez had a good year last year and he's been hitting well on the road trip, but I just don't I just don't see the consistent lineup every day. And you know I'm a big fan of the consistency.
Well, to me, Romy is like a guy that is. Oh, Wilson Contreras has a suspension. Go ahead, play him for these 5 games. That's fine. It's the
Yeah.
when you're like Romy Gonzalez is our 5 hitter every day. That's where it's like, okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Uh, Jack, I gotta say that last game against um the White Sox, I saw Brett Harris step up to the plate, and I said, I follow this team. I watch pretty much every game, and if I miss a game, I try and catch the condensed game, get a feel for it.
Hmm.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, that one that roster move snuck by me too.
I
Gonna lie to
was,
you.
I said, I, because normally you can just kind of, I could listen with or watch without sound and get an idea of like, oh, that's Caleb Durbin. Oh, there's
Hmm.
Cedane Rafaela. I saw his body his build, and I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know who that person
Well,
is.
oh, what do we got here? Gotta check my
Um,
my program for this.
so my question for you
hmm
is this them facing two last place despicable teams and a White Sox team that I don't want to say too much before I get into the prediction part, the second half prediction part about this? Or
Oh.
is it they're getting hot and things are starting to balance out because they were so bad at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think if we want to get granular, Caleb Durbin is doing that. I think he's balancing out to what he actually is when he wasn't like he went for April and May. It was a terrible start. Um, but offensively, again, I just worry about them being consistent. And like there's still two huge questions of when is Roman Anthony going to come back and when is Garrett Crochet going to come back? Like
Yeah.
there's still things they can do. And believe me, Tom, they've played themselves out of the role of seller. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't read far enough
That's
on the
okay. We
rundown.
can just go. We can just go. It's all
I
right.
think
I'm not
they've
mad at
played
you.
out of, they played themselves out of the role of seller. And they will say to you at the end of July that Roman Anthony and Garrett Crochet are their acquisitions. They're not going to make a move. They're not going to go out and get anybody outside of a meh guy. But I think that they will sell to you that their second half acquisitions are Anthony and Garrett Crochet coming back.
And can I just say that is my worst, my least favorite um
Brace yourself, buddy.
philosophy.
Yeah, I
And
know.
I just it's stupid because you know what they are on the 40-man roster. And to improve a 40-man roster, you have to add to it from outside. And
Can
that's
be
not what
addition
these
by
guys are.
subtraction. Yeah,
Uh
they're not.
I want
Um,
them to come back. I'm excited for that.
yeah,
It's I looked it up today and Crochet has it's been like a month. They're saying mid-July he's going to start throwing again. So if I mean it's at the point where if this is an aberration and you start sucking again and by like August you look at it you're like okay, we're out of this thing. Shut him down. Rest that lat, rest that shoulder. Just
Garrett
don't
Crochet.
throw him. Yeah, well I'm saying if they fall out of it.
Yeah,
Like if he's rehabbing, but they're, he'll come back. He'll want to pitch. Um, Anthony's, he got sent to a hand specialist. I'm not liking any of this. It's, it's
no, the
going
Roman
down the
Anthony
exact
stuff.
wrong path. I hate it. It's a finger, but also a wrist. There's no part of this I like.
Yeah, I mean the last everything that's came out recently is he's on the right track. I mean
Obviously, they're going to say
that's
that.
Craig Breslow.
Um,
Longer than expected to heal is what the quote was. Um, that's too bad. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to add anybody. I can't see a world where they add anybody, and I don't know what they have to move.
yeah, the people being talked about 2 weeks ago were Sonny Gray, Aroldis Chapman, and Garrett Whitlock. And now, if you're going to be fighting for this wild card spot, you're not giving them up.
No,
And I still am thinking if you're going to do something that could be effective, this is like 3 years running now. Maybe Jaron Duran is the piece that can get you more in return because he's controllable, but he's not playing in a way that teams are going to be bending over backwards for him. I agree. I don't know what looking around, you're like, I guess second base and a right-handed bat that has power. Those are those are what you need. And it never hurts to add a guy that can throw 100 to the bullpen
sure.
because as much as we have, scoffed at it, made fun of it for the first 2 months, their starting pitching has been pretty damn good, and that's without Crochet.
100%. It's been there since. pretty much the start, but before today, and I mean, Tolley only gave up 2 runs. He didn't pitch a long time, but their starter ERA over this run has been 2.17, 2.17 over this 8 game win streak coming into today. And today, their starter only gave up 2 runs. So,
I don't even think Tolley gave up the second run.
oh, I don't know.
Um, but
It
today
was
Bayo
Lindor
came
both
back,
times. Yeah.
which was, he pitched pretty good, I think. Let me pull this up. Yeah, Bayo gave up one of the runs. Um,
All right.
4 1/3, 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, 5 Ks for Bayo.
Yeah.
The
And if
guy
that's going to
doesn't,
be, he doesn't like the first inning,
yeah,
which is a weird mental block for a starting pitcher who it's not like he got roughed up every first inning last year or the year before that.
yeah, he's having, this is like a Chuck Knobloch situation. There's something going on.
So great reference, but let me ask you a question
Okay.
that because I'm looking at the starting rotation and it's real good. And you have Garrett
hmm
Crochet coming back at some point,
hmm
and then it's like you can't see a world outside of injury that Houck and Cutter Crawford ever start for the Red Sox again, right?
No, no. Um, so say Crochet comes back.
Uh-huh.
Where, okay, now we have Crochet, Gray, Ranger, Tolley, and now Jake Bennett. You have, if Connolly Early is going to be hurt, it's odd to be running out 4 lefties, but it doesn't hurt because that screws up lineups.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
mean,
yeah,
yeah.
I listen, Cutter with a K, you can tell me about his ERA or his Ks per nine like 3 seasons ago when it was really good for half the year, but I don't see it. And then Hauk, same thing. I think Hauk went through kind of career year, looked great, and kind of crashed down to earth like hard. And no, I don't see a way. Plus, and this is a factor. They're not Breslow guys. So
Yeah.
he's not going to do something unless they were like really good and it's like, "Oh my God, we're going to get Tanner Houck back." But I don't see it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, you have a question on the rundown. How are they doing this? It's mainly their starting pitching
hmm
and Wilson Contreras. And I'm going to tell you what, I've said this several times. Masataka Yoshida is going to make it really hard to take him out of the lineup when Roman Anthony does come back. The guy
I
just has good at bats every single time.
listen, I've said this over and over and over. I'm sick of saying it. The guy that should be on the bench is Jaron Duran.
Hmm.
I don't think there are advanced metrics that are saying he's incredible. I
Right.
don't think it's not his defense.
No.
I've said that for years. It's an adventure for him out there.
It might be he still has speed, right? Like he's still fast, but it just doesn't seem like he's producing in a way that he used to that year that he won the um
All-star
All-Star
MVP.
game MVP. It doesn't seem like he's putting the ball in play enough to get those chances or make those chances for himself.
I mean, he's batting under 200 and say what you want about batting average, but it's when it's that bad, it's different.
Yeah.
230 with a good on base percentage is fine, but when you're
That's what made Tristan Casas appealing for a long time.
yeah, 193 with a 259 OBP, there's and his
Yikes.
slugging is 351. Come on. It's not there. It's not there. Um I hate to hammer that home. So let's go on to more positives about the Red Sox. 2 weeks ago, before this win streak, they if I had said they were going to have 4 All-Stars, you would have slapped me in the face. Like
Yeah,
usually a team like this, you're like you throw a bone at a pitcher, a,
which they
you know,
did.
Yeah. Well, two. They threw a bone at two because two made it initially.
I would say I would argue that I would know which four all-stars they could be because there were four guys having all-star seasons, and ironically, one of them is still not an all-star.
Right. He's a pitcher. That's Sonny Gray didn't make it. But Aroldis Chapman, Ranger Suarez, Wilson Contreras got added, and Ceddanne Rafaela got added, which we haven't done a straight up you and me talk shop about the Red Sox and baseball for 45 minutes in a long time.
Hmm.
And a couple weeks ago, we were in the throes of the NBA playoffs. I almost just threw it out there to you just as a see your reaction. I almost said I think Ceddanne Rafael has been their best player all season because
Hmm.
it's it annoys me when you don't when you like don't factor in offense. I mean defense. He the other day made just a sliding catch, and I was thinking he makes ridiculously good catches, but he doesn't have to. His reads off the bat are insane that
Yep.
he just glides. And on top of it, he's been good at the plate. He's
Yeah.
not like Aaron Judge, obviously, but I have no complaints about him. The fact that he has improved his strikeout rate, um, it's under 20.
Yeah.
This is a guy who his K percentage, his first year was 31, then 26. In the last 2 years, it's been under 20. And, you know, with that defense, he hits a couple homers. He's a four WAR player. And I'm stoked he made it. I actually think it's funny he made it over Sonny Gray as a replacement, but they were replacing Judge, so that's why they gave it to
Yeah.
him.
Tom, do you know this is the first time in his career where he's only played center field?
Oh, how surprising. And he's an all-star. The guy,
It's what he's got a 3.9 WAR right now. So I think advanced metrics would agree he's been their best player. Defensively, Wilson Contreras is very solid, but he's not Ceddanne Rafaela. I mean,
no.
Ceddanne Rafaela, like you said, he makes the catches that are impossible to make because he can get there and he covers a lot of ground. But he doesn't have to make all those crazy catches because he's so good at playing defense. He knows where the ball is going. Like there is there was a time a while ago where it was like Kevin Kiermaier and Kevin Pillar and it was really good center fielders like everywhere. But right now with Cedon and PCA, this is like take time to watch how good those guys play center field. It's really, really awesome.
Andy Pajes is the only guy above Rafaela in defensive WAR in baseball in
Oh,
both
he's
leagues.
another great center fielder too.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm stoked about that. Chapman's just like a pencil him in. He's been great again.
Another thing where I don't think we're paying enough attention to is Aroldis Chapman putting himself maybe on the first ballot going into the Hall of Fame with the last two seasons that he's had. Just
Yeah.
racking up counting stats for pitchers. And he's built like Terrell Suggs, so he doesn't look like he'll be slowing down anytime soon. I just don't
Wh-
see the same like Craig Kimbrell style fall off.
It's wild to me. Your comparison was a guy that retired like 8 years ago.
He
It
just
fits.
reminds me of him. Yeah. He just looks
But
exactly like body type wise, looks exactly like Terrell Suggs.
um yeah, so he's there. He is the guy um that you they're in last place, they're way out of it. You give him the nod, and that's their representative. But Ranger Suarez deserves it. He's Ranger Suarez this year is the what's the phrase I'm looking for when you're just like the ideal candidate, the poster boy for pitching wins don't matter because he goes out
Hmm.
and he pitches great games and his record is not good. Um, and and then finally, the last guy is Wilson Contreras, who was a questionable overlook to begin with, but kind of, with the way Ben Rice is playing this year, and then the fan voting, all of Canada voted for Vladdy. He's not going to play. Um, it was a kind of a stacked first base. And Yandy
I
Diaz,
mean,
did he make it?
Nick Kurt should be the starter. He's having an
Yeah,
unbelievable year.
yeah. But he is hurt too, right?
No, he's starting.
No, I think he also is missing the game.
Since when?
Um, he just got put on the IL.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that starter is probably going to be
Gonna
Ben
be
Rice,
Wilson
who it should be.
Contreras?
It
Oh,
should be
but
Ben
Ben Rice.
Rice.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would assume, but who manages Schneider? Because
Yeah.
yeah. So that doesn't matter. Uh, yeah. I think Contreras deserves it. Um, I should we, Sonny Gray is the guy where you're like, okay, they can't have five, but Sonny Gray has been lights out.
Yep. Also
I
had a
don't.
milestone this year.
What was his 2000
2,000
Ks?
strikeouts.
Yeah, yeah. So Contreras right now is 285, 379, 542, 921 OPS, 20 homers. Remember that was an actual thing being discussed in Boston. They don't have anyone on the team that can hit 20 homers,
Yeah.
and Wilson Wilson Contreras already has 20. And I think, you know, Abreu can get to 20. There, it was so silly. One hot
Abreu
month.
can. I think Rafaela could if he has one hot month, like you said. Like
Yeah.
20's not that big
That,
a deal.
no,
If
20 isn't a
Rafaela
big
hits,
deal.
if Rafaela hits 320 homers and plays the defensive center field like that, I think at the end of the year, it'll be tough to argue that he's their best player.
Well, that's the funny thing is if he does that, the way like you said, he plays defense. He's, as you mentioned, he's already at 3.9 WAR. If he gets those numbers, which he has 8 home runs, but 12 home runs in the second half is not that big a deal. You're just all of a sudden going to look down and be like, so Dane Rafaela had an 8 WAR season.
Hmm.
That's like MVP level, which he won't be,
No,
you
won't
know?
even consider it.
No, but it's like that's where the defense that obviously the All-Star game isn't about, hey, this guy's awesome at defense, unless you're Ray Ordonez or uh what was that? Omar Vizquel, Ozzie Smith, those types of guys.
Hmm.
Uh it's it's we talk every year I feel like we talk about this that there's something about the Major League Baseball All-Star game that we still watch. The other ones, nope, absolutely not. And this one, I still am like, oh, Tuesday night, I'm going to tune into that.
Hmm.
So, should we briefly, before we like move on to predictions in our first half stuff, should we talk about anything on the rosters? They don't. Um,
The All-Star
Verland,
rosters?
yeah, Verlander was named the commissioner's legend pick for the AL, and no, he's not a legend. Well, he is Shohei. Oh, I guess that's the only one. So Verlander is hanging him up. So he's going to
Oh,
be at the
Shohei's
All-Star
not
game.
playing? That's lame.
No. So Shohei um has a knee situation. He's getting fluid drained over the break.
Oh, well, he did
Um
hit a leadoff home run today.
so yeah, but I actually think in this might affect one of the awards we're going to talk about. So we might as well just go
Oh,
right in. I
don't
also
even
I
say it.
also
Well,
I also saw Dylan Cease was named the
the
starter
starter
for the AL.
versus Christopher Sanchez.
Yeah. But all right, so looking forward going on here. In the second let's go first half MVP for each league. Let's start National League. Who you got?
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, Shohei. I mean, we can move on because the guy is like he's just doing it again and he's pitching.
Yeah. He's pitching and
Um,
hitting at the highest level possible.
I'm afraid we're gonna go kind of chalk here. So who do you, or not chalk? We're just gonna have the same answers. Who's your AL MVP?
Jordan Alvarez.
Yeah, I'm not liking where this is going for content.
He's
It's
dragging the
yeah.
husk of the Astros to fucking possibly a wild card spot. Like he's having a huge year.
Oh, we
He's the
can't just
leader in all
say
triple crown categories, right?
he. So I was gonna say that he is. God damn it, I gotta pull it up now. But let's just go with the standards here. It's ridiculous. 315, 31 homers, 70 RBI. He's slashing. Oh my God. He's slashing 315, 422, 633. His
Yeah.
OPS is 191. So if you need a clarifier on OPS, league average, if you're a league average player, your OPS is 100. He's 91% better than league average.
Hmm.
It's 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 I don't know. It's insane. It's insanity. It's just, oh, hold on. Let me get to the AL. To answer your question, Yandy Diaz has him in 5 points in batting average,
Oh, okay.
but he leads. He is second in batting average, first in on base, first in slugging, first in OPS. Uh, let's see. Where are the other ones? First in hits, first in total bases, first in home runs, first in RBI, first in adjusted OPS plus, first in runs created, first in adjusted batting runs. It's extra
Good
base
Lord.
hits. It's everything. Offensive win percentage. He's almost 100 points higher than Ben Rice. Times on base. It's just you look at that stuff and you say that's not even close. It
Yeah.
actually makes me want to ask you who would be second right now for you.
Oh, um, Junior Caminero.
Okay, he's hot right now. He's hot right now.
Um,
Okay, I actually
I mean,
think Ben
Nick
Rice.
Kurtz. I mean,
Nick.
if we're doing A-Rods, Nick Kurtz is having a crazy year too. Um, Goodness. Wilson Contreras is probably the most valuable to the Red Sox, although they continue to win without him in the lineup recently.
Do you know a name
Um,
that you haven't said that is high on both offensive and defensive WAR, but his team stinks? Bobby Witt
hmm.
Jr.
Wow, sure. Sure.
It's he. It's
Yeah.
so funny. You look it up and you're
It's
like,
got the
God, they're.
old, yeah.
I hate that the Royals suck when they have Bobby Witt, and you're just like, it doesn't matter to him. He's
No. He's just gonna be
um.
Bobby Witt.
But yeah, the answer is Jordan. It's insane. I
So,
actually
all
hope
right,
he.
same question then. Oh, sorry, finish your thought on Jordan, but same question to National League. If it's not Otani, who is it?
Okay, but hold on. I was gonna say about Jordan, he does have a checkered injury history. I just stay
Hmm.
healthy because
Yep.
31 home runs right now. We're talking 50 home runs with a 300 batting average. That I want
Yeah.
that. I want
That's
that to
Aaron
be my
Judge.
September.
That's Aaron Judge level.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I like in September being like, what can this guy finish the season as? Okay, and I did also think of this question. If you're not going to have Otani, who are you going with? Well,
I mean,
it's
you just mentioned my recipe for offensive and defensive war. He was just so bad at the beginning of the year.
yeah. I would, Jack, if you're going non-Otani here, it's kind of hard not to go PCA.
That's the one I was going to get to. So we're the same one and two.
The other guy who I really like, and it would just be fun to see where he
Schwarber.
ends up in all this, is James Wood.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
278, 407, 567 with 27 homers.
I mean, to be honest with you, Tommy Brown, Andy Pajes is having a pretty good year himself, keeping the
Yeah.
Dodgers kind of afloat. It wasn't until recently that Shohei like started coming back online offensively. I mean, he was hitting 300, but he wasn't hitting homers, and now all of a sudden he has 21 homers again. But Pages is 271, 17, and 66 RBIs, and a nice.
Yeah, but the
three,
Dodgers
four.
have 61 wins, and the next highest in the division is
I get
41.
it,
So,
but I mean, guess what? The MVP plays on their team, and they got a whole
right.
roster full of them.
So, yeah, I would say would PCA and, that guy that will just continue to show up is like number 4 on the ballot and Juan Soto. Just still really good.
Yeah, I texted you oh yeah, 278, 27 homers, and 63 for James Wood. James Wood
Yeah.
got 15
And
steals too. He's on his way to
looks
30-30.
and if I'm not mistaken, leads all of baseball in runs scored because they
88,
just
yeah, that's
decided
right.
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bat him lead off and watch him hit the ball very hard. And he leads all of baseball in offensive WAR.
Mm.
So taking he's well, I mean,
And
him and PCA are tied and they're point 0.1 ahead of Otto Lopez and Jordan.
phenomenal actor.
Is he?
Yeah, Digstown.
Oh,
He was
James
in,
Woods.
yeah, different
Doesn't
guy.
James
Different guy.
wait? Isn't it James Woods, the actor?
Yeah. Now I'm getting it now. I got confused. I was like, this guy's having a crazy
Oh,
second act to his life. Now he's
right.
a six
But you
foot
know what
six
the
right
difference
fielder.
is one is a weird looking white guy and one is
Yeah.
an uber talented Major League Baseball
I wouldn't
player.
say he's weird looking. James Wood always reminded me of Tom Tasker.
Well, there you go. That's for the homies. All
That's for
right,
the heads.
Cy Young Award. Let's do it the opposite way because I feel like NL's a conversation, AL isn't. So who's your AL?
Oh, the National League's not a conversation, Tom.
Okay, well, go ahead with your AL your pick for AL.
First half has definitely been Cam Schlittler. The prediction will be different. I don't think he's going to keep it up. I mean, I really just hope. It's not. I have nothing against the guy outside of what jersey he wears, but first half definitely Cam Schlittler.
Got it. Yeah, I agree. And I think you round out the top 3 by saying Dylan Cease
Yes, I mean he's starting the
and
All Star game.
God,
You could probably
I
just
know I'm a
put Sonny
homer.
Gray's name in there.
I was gonna say, is
Probably
he
either
number
Sonny Gray or
3?
Ranger Suarez.
But you know who's jumping out at me that when I'm looking at these leaderboards is Nick Martinez, the
Oh yeah, he's
movies.
having a good year.
So, all right, Jack. Interesting. Who was your National League Cy Young?
Jacob Mizorowski.
Okay, good. I thought you were gonna come in here with off the top rope without Shohei argument, and I was gonna say I hear you, but it's Mizorowski. The guy throws
Yeah.
50 plus 100-mile-an-hour fastballs every game.
The argument, unfortunately for Shohei, the argument is going to be, is it going to be Christopher Sanchez or Mizorowski?
Well, yeah, it's just a better race in the NL.
Yeah.
And how crazy is it? We're not talking Paul Skeens. He's lost like 5 miles an hour on his fastball, which is very concerning.
Something's happening to Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
Like, like, remember in The Natural when
hmm
he just had that big slump and it was just like something's off and he was hanging out with like the men.
Glenn
What did
Close.
they call the owner's name? The governor or something?
Oh, you're gonna do this to me right now? Was it the general?
It might have been the general or something like that, or
I'm
the
gonna have to
colonel.
buy the movie. The current. Oh, okay. Keep talking. Make your point.
And uh, so then he doesn't, until Glenn Close stands up at the game, he doesn't really break out of his slump, and then he
The
hits it through the
judge.
clock. Yeah, the judge. Damn it. Yeah.
But hey,
Um,
Jack, can I tell you something?
yep.
When that movie come out in 1984, I think. Yeah,
Sure.
I'm choosing Kim Basinger
Mm.
over Glenn Close. I'm sorry. I don't care if we had that time in the old farm. Kim
Well,
Basinger's Basinger. You're a movie guy. What is it? Jur or
Gurr.
Gur? Okay,
Gurr. I think it's Gurr.
Basinger. She's throwing 100 in that movie.
Yeah. But anyways, Livy Dunn needs to stand up. in the light, and Paul Skeens needs to throw it through a clock
he
or something.
he did have a good game. He beat
Yeah,
Atlanta.
well, you got to win today, but that's what needs to happen. She needs to stand up. The son needs to hit her, and be like, "Oh, right." And then he, instead of throwing it through a clock, he throws it or hits it, throws it. You know what I'm saying?
I hope he doesn't throw it through a clock because then we got wild.
Probably a
But
wild pitch.
that was a tangent. Mizorowski is just it's incredible. Like I watched
Yeah,
the game and I was watching a game him pitch and Spencer Steer hit a home run off him and I was like, "What?
yeah.
Why'd that
I
happen?"
guess I've said it on the podcast before, but Roger Clemens always used to say major league hitters can time a bullet. Like you got to be able to pitch. The fastest guys won't even be able to get it there. But that's ridiculous.
And Shohei, where is Shohei's ERA sitting right now?
I mean, it's below 3 and probably below 2.5.
So
I would
hard
say it's
to
low twos.
his baseball reference page is hard to manage because it has everything. Here we go. 179.
Oh, so
But
it's
this
under 2.
but the thing is, this fluid in the knee, he got scratched from his last start and I'm afraid he's going to be a DH the rest of the year.
I don't, that's a Dave Roberts thing to do, man. Oh, isn't it? Isn't it just?
But it's or at least well, the problem is if he's drained and they don't have him throwing for a while, then he's got to build himself back up, and then you lose. He'll lose he won't qualify for stuff, which
Yeah.
is just you get to a
They
point
don't
where you
do
just
that
have
in baseball.
so few innings. No. I mean, like he won't qualify for the ERA.
Yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
won't,
Gotcha,
that
gotcha.
kind of stuff. Um, and Sanchez had that like ridiculous May where he didn't give up a run, but he's kind of just been like a good pitcher since. So
I
it's
mean, he's
Miz.
been better than good. I think
Sure,
Sanchez
yeah.
last year, he's on a 2-year run. He's just dealing with like Paul Skeens in the height of his peak, and then Mizorowski now kind of just like even kind of just saying like, actually, no, I'm the dude. So tough break for him.
All right, Jack. I want to go. What do you think
But
is
just
your
as we're talking about the
okay?
fluid in the knee, let me just say really quick, I have tickets to the Dodgers Mariners game on Tuesday, the 28th. So Shohei could just play in that game. That's
Well, yeah,
that's
I
what
mean,
we're
like you said,
looking
he hit a
for.
leadoff homer today, so he's still playing.
Yeah. But let's just, if he's playing and pitching, that would be even better.
Yeah. Well, obviously. Did you pay $45 for those tickets?
Those were considerably more than 45 bucks. But a
But do you
funny
know the
thing,
difference? Is that game is going to
I'm going
have
to see Shohei Ohtani and Julio Rodriguez.
and Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman
Yeah.
and the Big Dumper.
Um, so Uh, but just since we're on this, the night before going to the Angels game, which was $60 total with parking,
Mm,
and the Dodgers game, let's just say that would cover a little bit of one ticket.
yeah. So, Jack, what is your biggest surprise of the first half? And I'll let you go first because I can go with the second one if you go with the clear favorite here.
Oh, I mean, I guess I'll give you two. I'll give you a team one and I'll give you a player one.
Oh,
The
okay.
team one is the Chicago White Sox.
Hmm.
Because they had back-to-back 100 loss seasons, and I think all the production they're getting from the rookies is crazy, and they're asking so much of them. What we've seen this a bunch of times, like whether or not they can continue to be good together. Um, but I'm going to stick with the same exact team for my player one, and it's how bad people whiffed on Murakami. Like Murakami is so good. He is a legitimate power hitter that in any lineup, and he has no protection in that lineup. And he has 20 home runs with missing 3 weeks at the All-Star break. So that's one and two, or those are my two. I would say Chicago, and more importantly, the Chicago Slugger.
So I was being generous and giving you a chance to go first. And I said, yeah, you pick one. I can bounce off that or whatever route you go. You picked both of my choices. So I'll double it up.
No way.
I'll double, but I'll double down in this regard. I won't just leave it at Murakami. I will say the rookie Japanese sluggers because
Okamoto
Okamoto
too.
on the Blue Jays he has 22 homers. He's been great. Um, Jeez, you really boned me there. I'll say, although they've slowed a little bit, the uh Cardinals have been fun because
Yeah.
they gave up Wilson Contreras and Sonny Gray. They were definitely rebuilding, and currently they're a game out of the wild card. Uh, and another fun surprise, if you want to go team wise, is the Marlins.
hmm
They're actually in the playoffs if the season ended right now.
I think the Braves woke up though. I think the Braves woke up and are well, I guess they had
Well, the
like a
Braves
little
lead the division. They've had the
I
division lead the whole
know,
season.
but I think they had like a little swoon when Philly hired Don Mattingly and they started to make a run. But I think the Braves are like not as good as the Dodgers, but it's a clear 1-2 in the NL with the Braves. So
Yeah, Braves pitching depth might be a problem. Strider's not the same guy as he was 2 years
no,
ago. Um,
3.
Three. Yeah. All right. What's your biggest disappointment?
I feel like we're gonna do the same thing again, but I'll just do a player this time so we don't do the team. It's Paul Skeens.
Mm,
I mean, we were supposed to be watching the second coming of Roger Clemens, and we just haven't gotten it to extend this year. I mean, rookie of the year, here he comes. Cy Young, all right, let's see what he can do. And then he started this season like he ended last season on fire. And then, like you pointed out, something is happening. And I hope it's not an injury because that's the worst thing. Like if he's pitching through being hurt, like that's dumb and he's not helping
yeah.
anybody. But I don't have any proof that it would be that, but that's my biggest disappointment. He's an all-star, but I thought we were gonna get like legitimately like 12-1 Paul Skeens with 175 or 185 strikeouts going into the All-Star break.
Yeah, that's a good one. I hadn't even really considered that because I'm just like so dumbfounded by it that it makes sense that he would be. Uh, hopefully he doesn't pitch Tuesday, but his last
Yeah.
outing was the 7th, which he would
Well,
like,
no, he
he
pitched
was,
today.
oh, he did? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Baseball
He
Reference doesn't
started
open
today.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not up to date. Okay. Okay. We're recording this on Sunday. It's actually getting late, so let's fire through these. Um, my two, I'll go player in a team, and I'll start with the player, and it's just at home here. It's the Roman Anthony and Garrett Crochet injuries.
Sure. Of
If they
course.
were going to be under 500, I was just hoping those two guys would just be on the team and be good, and they just haven't been around since late April, early May, and that's been a bummer. Team wise, it's the ALCS teams. Like the Blue
Mhm.
Jays, I thought were going to be good, and then the Mariners, have been frustrating.
They've been frustrating and they've been playing while the Red Sox have been winning 9 in a row. The Mariners have just been like free falling. But
Yeah,
the last
they
two
fell out.
seasons, they're a second
Go
half
ahead.
team.
Yeah, and they're 2 games under 500. Like the whole AL West. First of all, the AL is not good. We talked about the Red Sox being a half game out of the wild card. They're still 3 games under 500. So the AL is not good, and that's what's helped them. Um, those teams, the Mariners and the Tigers,
Blue Jays.
or no, Blue Jays, throw the Tigers in there too because they were competitive. They took the
Yeah.
Mariners to 5 games in the
if I had
ALDS,
done if I had done a player in a team one, my team would have been the Tigers.
which also sucks because you know, Scooble had those loose bodies.
Oh, maybe I'll get to watch Tarek School pitch for the Dodgers at the last week of July.
Oh, Jack, shut up. Why would God? Jerk. All right. I want
They're still in the
one.
running to get him.
I want one or two. I did both. Yeah. I want one or two bold predictions for the second half.
Oh, bold predictions. Okay.
It could be player
Um,
related and it could be um or team related.
all right. Then let's stick with the player related, and we're talking bold. I'm saying
Bold. Yeah.
Munitaka Murakami hits 50 homers.
Ho. Whew. Yow. It's like I ate into a hot pepper. Wow. You
I
are
feel like if
high
he
on
didn't get
him.
hurt, he'd be about 25, 26 right now.
He's at
Guy
20.
just
You're saying
rips
he's going to hit
homers.
30 homers in the second half.
You said he wanted bold.
That was spicy. That was high on the Scoville chart. All right. Do you have a team one?
Uh, let's think here. Yeah, well, I do have a team one actually. And let me just pull up just so I'm sorry, everybody.
No, no, no. People love this. People,
Teams.
this is,
Yeah. When they tune in for me to frantically scroll.
yeah, I don't, I should have
Okay,
set this
ready,
rundown
Tom?
a week ago.
Ready,
Yeah.
Tom? Ready, Tom? Ready, Tom? Ready, Tom?
Yeah.
At 48 and 48, I say the Washington Nationals make the playoffs.
You almost said the W word right there.
No, I
Did you have a
did not.
slip of the
No,
tongue? Oh,
no,
okay.
no,
I
no,
was
no, no.
gonna, that would have been too hot. Would have to ask you to leave. Okay. Okay. So they are, let's take a look at, they're 4 games back. They
Uh-huh.
have the worst bullpen. That
Uh-huh.
bullpen
Terrible.
has
Real bad.
their bullpen has given up over 60 homers this year. So they're going to have to make a move in that department. But okay, so that's spice. That's what the people want. That's channel 38. Um I I actually don't think mine are as spicy, but I'm going to say them anyways. Jordan wins the Triple Crown with 50 plus homers.
Okay.
That's I
That's
mean, he's got to hit
spicy.
29 more homers and keep up the batting average.
In a lineup
Uh,
where he doesn't have a whole lot of protection.
I
I
know,
mean,
but it doesn't matter. And
no,
then
it doesn't.
another one that's not as crazy or as fun, but I think the White Sox just fall out of contention and not even the
Oh,
playoffs.
your biggest
I
surprise?
yeah, I you look at it and you're like, okay, that was fun. They're tied with the Guardians. The Twins are 3 games back, and the Twins are 2 games under 500.
Yeah.
I just think it's like, oh, that was really exciting and good stuff to build on. And man, I wish Kyle Teal was the catcher for the Red Sox, but you need to give him
He's
up to
hitting
catch
180.
Crochet.
I
Is
mean,
he?
Kyle Teal's hitting 180, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just saw him in that series, and I was like, just kind of like him. Uh, and then I was going to double down on that and say the Marlins make it.
Okay.
Which that would be competing for both of us because the Marlins would have to fall
Yeah,
off and
I
the
like that.
Nationals leap
I
them.
like that one.
But fighting fish. All right, Jack. It's 10 o'clock at night. Jeez, I'm crow. Let's wrap it there. That was all baseball. It was nice to talk about. So there you go, Murph. I know Murph has been probably like, when are these guys going to talk about baseball?
Hmm.
Happy birthday, Mike G. Snuck that in
Yep.
on the wire. And Jack, I'll talk to you later.
Bye.